How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm here to give you another Mashle Magic and Muscles episode review. Today's episode of Season 2 is episode 22, Wahlberg Baigan and the Greatest Danger. Before I go any further, please don't be a danger to the channel. I need you to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified of more reviews just like this one. Really good. I feel like I have not given any episode this season below a 4 with good calls. This is another really good episode, because this episode is the whole fight. There's like maybe 3 minutes in there where it's not this fight, maybe 3 minutes, or even pertaining to the fight. This was good. We do open up with Ryo and Neri. And I love the fact that, again, everyone says this is Harry Potter meets One Punch Man. No. This is Harry Potter meets Gintama, with the sprinkle of Rock Lee and One Punch Man because of the training. The narrator even says it took them 2 whole episodes to get close to Eastern Academy. And when Neri tries to go, yeah, we're almost there, Ryo goes, if you want to be hot stuff like me, you gotta be faster than the narrator. So not only can he hear the narrator, we've even broken the fourth wall twice within, I want to say, 15 seconds. Hilarious. Meta humor, meta hour, love it. I guess I'll talk about some of the boring stuff first, right? Because, rest of the episode is really good. So we do get to see when he shows up. Apparently that time stop attack was AoE, and it works on people with lower magical powers, because Neri is instantly frozen, birds are frozen. Ryo goes to the battlefield thanks to his compatriots did most of the work, but Faldo shows him, no, these other students, they defended very well. And matter of fact, when he's worried about Mash, Mushroom Head as he call him, Mash is sitting down eating a cream puff, beat Innocent Zero so bad he's face down, butt up. They're trying to find Wahlberg. They don't know where he is. Mash is like, I'll find him with my muscles. Honk. Love the honk. And he runs off. If anyone can find him on foot, it's Mash. Even though technically he is up in the sky like a butterfly, going twice as high. Wouldn't be surprised if he was past a rainbow, reading Rainbow. Anyway, they then try to, well, not they, but Mattel, first of all, still talking trash about Mash. I'm about, with no magical detection, you can't find them. I'm going to interrogate this guy. And when he tries to use his Gara sand magic, an anti-magic field comes over Cell War. Can't touch him, then he's transported out of there. To which Margaret Macaroon, they are one of the best characters, correctly states, well, this guy was knocked out. No way he did it. It's probably another one of Innocent Zero's members around, which everyone's impressed. Match took out a core member in Cell War. And now let's get to the good stuff. You've had the Brussels sprouts, which I like Brussels sprouts. You've had the broccoli. I like broccoli. But now it's time to get to the steak, into the sweet dessert. We get a backstory for Wahlberg, which I'm just gonna go through my notes really fast, because I need to say what he said, just part for part. Which I don't think that's right there. No. So, it turns out for Wahlberg was sickly and frail. He didn't have, his grades weren't outstanding. He was cowardly. Had no place at school for him, so he didn't want to go back because he didn't have friends. And his lack of confidence made him fearful of rejections. And before anyone could reject him, he severed any opportunities to meet people. Sounds like arts imitating life. But gradually, he started to feel that the world was bland and boring as he laid in bed reading his book. He's originally a blonde. Did you know that? And he was becoming pessimistic until Adam Jobs shows up And while he's poking his cheek, he tells him about Kathy Barr is able to run 50 miles an hour. Hey, come to school. Tells him about dolphins will drown if they sleep. I feel like that's partially right, but I feel like dolphins hold their breath when they sleep. That's just what I believe. I have to look that up myself, but I think I've seen that. Tells them about pigs aren't able to look up. Dogs can't tolerate hot food like people. Giraffes only sleep 20 minutes. I'm looking that one up. And every day he's coming up with more animal facts, telling them to come back to school. Even when, like, Wahlberg tosses a book at him, dude catches it, bonks him on the head. And one day while they're playing chess, he asks him, how come you keep going this far? And he says, I just can't leave you alone. Now, you can take that the bad way, because reading it in subtitles, I'm like, I don't know if this was translated correctly. I just can't leave you. No. In other words, he's saying, I cannot leave you by yourself. Just flat out. And then he got to see Wahlberg smile for the first time. And this is like, he's remembering all this after the dude blew off his arm. Just that time magic, it doesn't look like he has gone into seconds at all. Talks about food, and now we're talking about seconds. He hasn't gone to his second magic at all. Like, time rewound made half of Wahlberg's face get all wrinkled and pruny, made his arm shrivel up. Dude was gonna go after the leg, but does again and blew his whole arm off. I want to say it was his left arm. You know, he's done time code. That move has been like shut down, I think, twice. He has a time unmove, which is way too powerful because he did it. I'll tell you about that one in a minute. And then the times arrow rain, which it looks like, you know, the arms of a clock. We do so. Nope, wrong one. We get a funny moment where I say funny, but Innocent Zeros is taking the role of informing us, the viewer, about what's going on, such as, hold on. And Wahlberg's doing the damn thing. He's like doing, call it spaces. He's doing the spatial magic that is literally like cutting things up and stopping the attacks that Innocent Zero's throwing at him. Although Innocent Zero somehow keeps ending up behind him. I feel like he's doing a spell that he's not saying. You know, we did get to see him do the spell once before all the space was cut in front of him. But lost my train. He, while Wahlberg was powering up for this move, tells us may cost his life. He tells us that among triple liners, very few are able to access the epitome of magic, the epitome, if you will, of magic within their canes, and he does space thirds. That's right. We have the first part, which you don't say first. He has seconds, which we've seen how powerful Margaret, how powerful they are with their seconds, and then we got thirds, and a different dimension is around them. It looks so cool. This 3D art fits. Like you think about 2D drawn animation with 3D art. This looks really good. And it's like a Yu-Gi-Oh summon. I want to say it looks like one of the Magistus fusion monsters, because all of these panels start forming like various size cubes, and there's this giant like summoned beast stand behind him, and it's called Uranus. It says Uranus, but Uranus Inclination. You know, third spells unleash the power of the gods residing in their wands. And he doesn't say it out loud, but Innocent Zero says your magic has not wavered. And when I told you, I don't remember what times code does, because when he tries to do it, cubes, panels come around, turn into a cube, and it's gone. And the least he's saying this is the least he can do as Headmaster. Now, one thing that I did mention earlier, Mr. Narrator breaking fourth wall again. When we talked about last episode, he's like, the Headmaster is really strong because he took out the body of who was called the strongest person of their era ever. He took out their Michael Jordan. And he also said Mash is also very powerful with what he did to Civil War. Here, Wahlberg is proving him. So he's about to make that top 10, top 15 list of super strong old people in anime. Because the little orb in his can goes up into the Uranus thing, and it's about to do a move called Uranus World Delete. He's just going to delete the entire space that's around them. And it's like a gyro. And this is when Innocent Zero does time unmove, which he said, even here, I can control the time within this space. How can anything affect me when I control all of time like an asshole? As a matter of fact, his whole deal has just been, life is just, I only do for myself. I do things for the sake of me. And Wahlberg is the complete opposite. Their master taught him about Noblesse Oblige. The strong help the weak. It's even passed down to the other divine visionaries, because Ryo and Faldo are both like, and he's a believer in Noblesse Oblige. So that's why he would want, Faldo's like, that's why he would want them to protect the students there. And Ryo's like, I should protect you if I can't. Mash is the second. He's the closest thing to being the hottest thing, which is me. And while Innocent Zero's kind of thinking he has this one and does the time arrow thing, hitting Wahlberg. It's so interesting to see characters move in real time as their time has been slowed down. And the attack doesn't stop. It starts right back up. And he's wondering, okay, I did a fatal blow to the spellcaster. He pumped so much magical energy into this attack, into the wand, that even if he gets hurt or even if he dies, the attack is going to keep going. And the AoE, the super cool effect on that, looks so amazing. And it was so bright. Characters far and wide could see it. Who's our guy called? Papa Wahlberg can see it along with Brad. You have the other divine visionaries see it. Everybody in the battlefield see it. And they're just like, you have Ryo who's like, I had a bad feeling about this. No, Rain said he has a bad feeling about this, because that means they can tell it's the spatial magic of Wahlberg. And while he was doing this attack, before it got stopped, before we had the reverse Uno card, the reverse of the reversal, which is about to get reversed again. He planned all this from the beginning. That's what Innocent Zero said. Again, praising him in his mind, at least praising him, saying he hasn't missed a step at all. And he's saying that he's doing this because he has not yet fulfilled his duty. Watching the kind students who protect the future of their friends, thinking about Finn. One who is determined to change the rule of the world so he can save his sister, Lance. A kind-hearted student who seeks to become a divine visionary to protect his friends and live peacefully with his grandfather, Mash. And correct a mistake so he can live without magic. And we get some really good speeches here from Wahlberg, saying the world will be so much better if we lived with kindness, where we respect each other and accept our weaknesses. That's why he has to save them. I love that quote. That's something that should be taught just in our real world. Like, if you live, the world will be so much better if everyone's kind to each other and we just accepted and respected one another. Those weak, fragile souls who were like me long ago, people who are irrationally being tormented, Lance's sister and Abyss Walker. Remember, he's put in the cage. And for that purpose, he must spearhead the effort and lead the others into, this world of acceptance, kindness, and the strong helping the weak. Noblesse Oblige, much like his master did for him, right? And he's going to show it through his actions. Now, this actually got me. I got me choked up because I'm like, damn, he's about to do an all-out attack. He's going to die. Then dude reversed it. He reversed the reversal of the reversal. And when Wahlberg's trying to figure out what the hell's going on, it's too late. Innocent Zero does time arrow rain, and Wahlberg's doing, his spatial stuff, getting rid of the attacks, but one gets through, hits him in the chest, and before he can fall out, remember, he is had parts of his body ripped off, an arm blown up. Guy grabs him by the head, and he tells him, "You're strong, but I will get stronger. I live for only my sake, and you will not surpass me." And allow me to show you his little time arrow at his head, gonna shoot him in the head. And we get this. This is almost a continuation of what they were talking about earlier in the episode, where Wahlberg is just, he's against the whole, you're only living your life just to help yourself. You need to help others. And Innocent Zero says, humans have an ego is what makes them stronger. Makes you have his personal, he has ambitions, he has goals, he has things he wants to do, and he will sacrifice what he needs to. Even he has to kill 6 relatives, right? And you feel so bad for Wahlberg, because he said, "Was the world I believe in so fragile that a small-minded belief can crush it underfoot?" And he starts to cry. You feel bad, because he believes that his and his master's ideal is just gonna be gone. Guy has him by the head, and suddenly the show kind of does the turn that I wasn't expecting. I was expecting this character to be killed off and Mash to like catch him in the sky. No, Mash is up there and knees Innocent Zero in the face. And Mash spell flies off. Mash says, "Headmaster, you asked me during the entrance exam if I were faced with something that overwhelmingly outpowers me, what would I do?" And we see a flashback of him in the intro. Remember, Wahlberg had some of the giant baby thing. I have no clue what that was, but Mash says, "I'd knock the stuffing out of it with my fist," and that's how this episode ends. He's glowing yellow eye. Mash is probably gonna fight Innocent Zero, who it's funny because I figured that since Wahlberg has space magic, time and space, they work together. If you do time against space, they should cancel each other out, right? Someone does a time attack, well, I can just clear the space between the time, and then there you go. There's nothing you can do. But I guess if someone is able to fully stop time, or stop time within an area of space that doesn't exist but does exist, it's one of those anime things. It's I don't even know how to comprehend it. Still really cool, but I don't know how to comprehend it. Trying to see if there's anything I missed, because this was really, really good. Like, if you're here and you're saying I'm at 18 minutes now, you're saying, well, you didn't really tell me the whole fight. I am not going to tell you, though. You need to watch this, because now I'm wondering, well, what the hell is, what type of magic, super magic he's going to bring out to face Mash. Because it looks like Mash's inability to use magic has been eating him this whole time. I'd be very surprised if Mash beats the big bad in season 2. I know the manga stops, but there's no way he's going to beat the big bad in season 2. Maybe season 4, I can see that, but season 2, really? Yeah, I don't know about that one. Also, how is he in the sky? I don't see any indication that he's running super fast, so I'm actually genuinely curious about how is he doing that. Fun episode. Next episode is going to be Mash Burn Dead and the origin of the greatest magic user. So, unless Innocent Zero calls himself the greatest magic user, we're probably going to figure out the origin of Adam Job, which I wouldn't be surprised if Adam Job's whole thing is the reason why he did so much work for people who were not powered, because he came from a non-power family, and I don't know. Also, it took me a minute to realize Cell War is a clone of Innocent Zero, or a clone of someone, but I think it's a clone of Innocent Zero. He does kind of look like Mash. They both have have like short haircuts. Mash has a bowl cut. Innocent Zero also has, not Innocent Zero, Cell War also has a bowl cut ish. Ignoring all the spiky thorn thing, the gothic thing, but his hair, I would like to see another person that is part of this family and see what they look like. Because if they all have like bowl cut ish heads, or like Makoto Kusanagi with a bob, if they all have bowls and bobs, I'm gonna laugh. This episode gets a 5 out of 5 for sure. Just the Uranus part, that stuff was really, really good. The fight was good. If you have not seen it, please go out of your way to watch it. I like it when we get episodes where it's the full fight, and they took care of all the bits at the end, and you get the backstory in the middle there to continue the momentum and make you cheer on this cheer on this character. That's great. I appreciate that. It's been done before, and it's still good. So 5 out of 5 from me. If you have seen it, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Just the fact that Wahlberg has been paying attention to what these kids have been doing, paying attention to Finn and Lemon, and going like, yeah, I know about why Lance wants to be here too. He's known all of this, and I can appreciate that they have, instead of it going, this old man wants to do right by his students, you give him a better reason of why he wants to do right, because it is a lesson that he's gotten from his master. These students are embodying this lesson without him having to teach it. I really, really like that. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of more reviews just like this one. We're at episode 22. I'm going to assume that this season is going to end in 2 episodes. It's been a really good season. Probably one of the best anime songs I've heard in a long time. One of the best intros I've heard in a very long time. So, again, be good, be blessed. Thank you for taking some time out to listen to me talk about Mashle. Be good to yourselves, be good to others. Stay safe out there. Either way it goes, don't be a jerk, all right? St. Patrick's Day weekend, so make sure you are drinking responsibly. If you're old enough, even though kids shouldn't really be watching my content, make sure that you're being responsible, being safe out there, okay? Watch your surroundings, watch yourself, and watch others. Be safe, all right? And we all need someone like Adam Jobs in our life. And I'm pretty sure we all have people in our lives, right? And there's actually people in this world that wouldn't want anything to happen to us. So if you're ever feeling, down, out, hopeless, reach out to someone. I guarantee that someone would rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. You reach out to somebody, all right? If you want to talk to me, my social media is in the description below, right underneath that Patreon link. Give me a follow, send me a message. As long as you're not a jerk about it, we'll be good. Okay? Take care of yourselves. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next week. I don't know how Mash is going to deal with this guy. So, yeah, and until then, let's muscle through the week.